All right. All right, all right, all right. It has been a while. It has been a minute. Wow, it's been some time. All right, what a show we have for you guys tonight. Monday Night Raw's debut on Netflix. We are just 10 minutes away from Monday Night Raw's switch over from 30 years on cable. Well, now switching to streaming, perhaps with the streaming switching from now going from cable to streaming. Seth Rollins said it best in an interview. It is just mind-blowing. To sum up what he said was it's revolutionary. And Rollins knows a thing or two about being revolutionary and being a visionary, and the vision that Paul Triple H Levesque has for the future of WWE has been quite the sight to see over the past few years, including something that we never thought was possible. And speaking of Seth Rollins, then something we never thought was possible is seeing Seth freaking Rollins and CM Punk. That's just part of what the future holds. This is just the beginning of it for what the future holds for WWE on Netflix. There's just so much more to come. I mean, you look at Roman Reigns, the biggest star that WWE has ever produced, in tribal combat against his cousin, the new tribal chief, the one who has ownership, the one who has possession of that Ulafala, Solo Sikoa. These two are going to compete in tribal combat. And we're going to find out who the true tribal chief is. And this feud has been escalating over the past year. Since WrestleMania, just after WrestleMania 40, when Rhea Ripley retained her Women's World Championship against Becky Lynch. Liv Morgan would attack Rhea Ripley backstage, forcing Rhea Ripley to relinquish her Women's World Championship. Eventually, Becky Lynch would go on to win a battle royal to become the Women's World Champion. And then, well, she'd go on to lose the title to Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan has been champion ever since. Rhea Ripley has tried to, but then Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, would turn his back on Rhea Ripley. And just what was disgusting to see, Dominic Mysterio turning his back on Rhea Ripley at the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam. And then to make matters worse, to dig the hole deeper into the wounded heart of Rhea Ripley, as Dominic kissed Liv Morgan at the entranceway right outside of the ring for Rhea Ripley to see. And the first stop on the farewell tour for one of the all-time greats, John Cena, on the next Netflix premiere. And speaking of returns, Logan Paul, the former United States champion, is back. Logan Paul makes his return to the WWE. What is next for the Maverick? A recent father, that is. Congratulations to Logan Paul. And this feud has been going on for a few years now. Of course, I'm talking about main event Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has had it with any part of the bloodline, whether it's the new bloodline, the OG bloodline. When Jey Uso got traded to Monday Night Raw because of Cody Rhodes, McIntyre hated it. He was fuming with Cody Rhodes. He just hated every bit of Jey Uso and could not forgive Jey Uso for what he did no matter how hard Jey Uso tried to show that he was a changed man. And Jey Uso has proven to be a changed man since he left the bloodline. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. But with this match between Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre, where do things lie if Jey Uso wins? We know Drew McIntyre won't stop until he gets his way. And Drew McIntyre, what's next for McIntyre? Well, if he can take down Jey Uso, it'll be very interesting to see these two collide once again here on Monday Night Raw. And there is so much more action. We are 4 minutes away from the historic beginning of a new era as Monday Night Raw goes from cable to streaming as we enter the Netflix era, which also means a new logo, as you can see in my top left corner. As you can see in the top left corner. Welcome on in, Rocky. I'm excited for the final boss tonight. They were originally going to get Stone Cold, but he turned it down. I didn't hear that. Do you think Logan will interrupt Cena? I have no idea what's going to happen. It could possibly happen. You never know. Perhaps that's the match for the Royal Rumble. I have no idea. If Seth took a dare to be nude, he'd be Seth, Streak, and Rollins. That's a solid joke. Not bad. It's good to see you, Rocky. Thank you for hanging out with me. We are just a few minutes away from Monday Night Raw. I'm sure you guys can tell I'm still a little nasally right now. I'm getting over something. I'm still getting over a cold. So please just be patient with me tonight as I'm still getting over this cold. But that is not the reason I haven't been streaming, though. Give me 1 second. All right. We are just under 40. We are 40 seconds now away from Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Thank you guys for everybody who's... Oh, Jesus, I'm bleeding. Didn't even realize I was bleeding until just now. Oh, shoot, I can get banned on Twitch for blood. You guys can hear my voice, but you cannot see me. My nose just bled. Just started bleeding. Thought it felt a little, so weird. I didn't even do anything. All I did was blow my nose. It's that time of year, man. I got a nose period. All right. Sorry about that. We're in Los Angeles. We're in Los Angeles, everybody. Here in the home of the Clippers at the Intuit Dome. It is Monday Night Raw's debut on Netflix. All kinds of celebrities here for the Netflix debut of Monday Night Raw. We've got the visionary Seth freaking Rollins, who is set to go one-on-one with the Second City Saint, the best in the world. CM Punk there, Seth freaking Rollins. He is ready for his big match against this man, the Second City Saint, CM Punk. The villainous Judgment Day is here as Liv Morgan gets set to defend her Women's World Championship in this heated rivalry against the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley. That's coming up live tonight. You were looking live at the sold-out Intuit Dome. 17,000 here in Los Angeles, California. And Monday Night Raw is sponsored by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. For the first time ever, welcome to Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Oh my! What a way to kick off the Raw on Netflix era. It is the final boss, The Rock, carrying the People's Championship that was given to him back at last year's Hall of Fame by the widow of the late, great Muhammad Ali. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, literally the biggest star on this planet. If there was an alien that came to Earth, they would recognize, the only person they would recognize is The Rock. Rock's daughter's at ringside. The Rock's mother. And The Rock, High Chief of Samoa. It was bestowed on him by the High Chief Peter Maivia. There's no higher calling than that in Samoan culture. Every championship The Rock has won, and that's the one that means the most because nothing is more important to The Rock than legacy, than family. Family is what bonds us all. With The Rock back, what does he have to say?
about great partners, you gotta have the right partner who not only loves WWE and loves professional wrestling, and they see the bigger picture, and that partner is Netflix. Right now, there's Ted Sarandos, Bella Bajaria, and Greg. Where are you guys at? Where are they? Are they up in, they're somewhere up there. You guys up there? All right. Ted Sarandos, I'm telling you now, if The Rock finds out later that he was glitched, I'm gonna come up there and go Squid Games all over your candy ass. There's somebody else here I want to acknowledge before we get this show on the road. There's a man who The Rock has spilled blood with, spilled his blood all across this country, willing to do it again. We're ready to do it again. But here's the truth. This man has carried this company on his back for a year. He has done an amazing job. Cody Rhodes, thank you, brother. Cody Rhodes, one more thing. Tell Mama Rhodes The Rock said hello. Lastly, I want to acknowledge one other man, and that's my cousin, Roman Reigns. Not only is Roman Reigns the tribal chief, but he is the original tribal chief. And in our culture, our Samoan culture, can I get a little chee-hoo? Tonight, tribal combat rules, Solo versus Roman. The Rock is going to be watching. The world is going to be watching. The Rock, proudly, is a High Chief of Samoa, High Chief Siuli. That is a title I carry with pride, with respect, Mana warrior spirit. I'm going to be watching this match closely. Los Angeles, I love you. The world watching right now, Netflix, I love you. Let's get this show on the road. If you're some man! Is cooking.
What a way to kick off Monday Night Raw on Netflix. There is still so much to come as we kick off this new era, not just of Raw, but of WWE entering the streaming world. That is, of course, for the weekly television program that is Monday Night Raw. The Rock acknowledging the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And The Rock mentioned tribal combat. Welcome in, Mateus. Welcome in from Brazil. Appreciate you hanging out. You can see that Ula Fala around the neck of Solo Sikoa. It was never truly bestowed on him, though. After Reigns lost that to... So when Reigns lost to Cody Rhodes at last year's WrestleMania, Reigns disappeared for a bit and Solo took on the mantle. Solo took that Ulafala and took control of the bloodline. Only the High Chief can wear the Ulafala, and now we're going to determine who truly is the High Chief. Is it Roman Reigns or is it Solo Sikoa? I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It's a historic night here on Monday Night Raw in the Intuit Dome. What an opening contest to kick off the Netflix era. Solo Sikoa holding the weight of that Olafala on his shoulders. Being accompanied by his wise man, Paul Heyman, there is nobody who makes an entrance quite like the OTC Roman Reigns. Before losing at WrestleMania, Roman Reigns, the fourth all-time highest reign at over 1,400 days as the undisputed WWE champion. There are only 3 others higher than Roman Reigns that have held it longer, and their names are etched in history, much like the OTC Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has had his name etched in history, and can Roman Reigns make more history here tonight by defeating his cousin, his foe, Solo Sikoa, to truly be the High Chief, to be acknowledged as the true one and only tribal chief? Roman Reigns is a 6-time WWE champion, over 1,300 days as champion. One-time Intercontinental champion, one-time United States champion, multi-time tag team champion. Roman Reigns, a Grand Slam champion, and a legendary WWE superstar that is only continuing to add more and more accolades as he continues his historic career here in the WWE. Ugh. It's time for the great Alicia Taylor to make the opening match introductions. What a stare down between these two. Senior official Chad Patton gonna call this match. What a match this is gonna be. Just the stare down between these two. There is so much aura in just them locking eyes with each other. That is quite the chant for Solo Sikoa. And Mr. Paul Heyman will acknowledge whoever the tribal chief is at the end of this match. Whoever walks away the victor. As Solo hands off the Ulafala to the wise man, Paul Heyman. It is Roman and Solo, and it is live next. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa tribal combat. No rules, no disqualification. The only way to win is via pinfall or submission. And the winner, whoever can pin their opponent or make their opponent submit, will become the official head of the table, the one true tribal chief. As these two tie up collar and elbow, there has been so much that has gone on over the last few years. It's so crazy how things can change. With Roman Reigns picking Solo Sikoa to be in his corner when Roman Reigns needed it the most. During Roman Reigns' reign, halfway into Roman Reigns' historic reign as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns brought in Solo Sikoa, who is the younger brother of the Usos and the current holder of the Ula Fala. And when you go from how Solo Sikoa was Roman Reigns' right-hand man for so long, he was Roman Reigns' go-to guy. When Roman Reigns had the cards stacked, when Roman Reigns needed a big change in the match, a big change of pace, it was always Solo Sikoa. And scratch forward, and now Roman Reigns, 8 months, 9 months past his loss to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40, and then Solo taking on the mantle of being the tribal chief, unofficially becoming the tribal chief. We now scratch forward to these two going at it to determine the official tribal chief. Who is the high chief? And right now, Solo Sikoa is in the driver's seat over Roman Reigns. When Solo Sikoa created this new bloodline, he brought in some of the most vicious stars in professional wrestling. He brought in people that Paul Heyman had mentioned. Paul Heyman and Main Event Jey Uso both mentioned we thought about bringing them in, but we didn't because we knew how dangerous they were. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, literally has a criminal background. There is a reason that the bloodline stayed away, that Roman Reigns' bloodline stayed away from Tongla, from Tama Tonga. And Roman took a bit too much time, and Solo was able to capitalize. Let's take a look at this one more time. Roman Reigns went for it, and bang, that forearm caught Roman Reigns flush on the jaw. But Roman Reigns now coming back with a big boot that sends Solo Sikoa going to the outside, to the floor, as Roman Reigns now going to make his way to Solo. There are no countouts. There are no disqualifications. It's all legal. And a spinning Solo on the announce desk. Right on the announce desk, Solo Sikoa with a spinning Solo. As Solo Sikoa stands on top of the announce desk, stalking Roman Reigns. He's got the monitor. Roman Reigns gonna get clocked right in the skull as Roman Reigns collapses here at ringside. Solo puts the one to the sky, saying that he is the one, the only true tribal chief. And Solo is enjoying every moment of this. Solo has been waiting for this. Solo turning his attention to Paul Heyman for that split second before going to pick up those steel steps. And you can hear Solo telling Roman to get up. What comes next, Roman isn't going to like. Roman gets just launched. Those steel chairs just get launched at the skull of Roman Reigns as Solo continues his attack. As we come back to you on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, this tribal combat match continues as Solo Sikoa contains all of this anger. He lets Roman Reigns know that he's going to just continue to inflict pain with a steel chair right to the spine of the OTC Roman Reigns and again to the midsection. At the end of the day, Solo Sikoa wants to leave no questions asked. There should be no doubt who the true tribal chief at the end of the day is. You gotta wonder if that's what this is all about. If there's that little bit of doubt in making this official for Solo, the feeling of truly having this official tribal combat match to determine who the true high chief is, who the true tribal chief is. As Solo continues pummeling down Roman Reigns piece by piece, building the legacy of the new bloodline brick by brick, was Solo Sikoa following the defeat of Roman Reigns to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. Oh no, Solo has that chair around the neck of Roman. This is not going to be good for Roman. We could be moments away from seeing Solo take path of the tribal chief. But Roman Reigns was able to get out of harm's way just in the nick of time. Can Roman Reigns take advantage? Will he be able to take advantage of this opportunity, as now Roman Reigns has a chair as he drives it into the midsection of Solo and to the spine? And again, it is all legal in tribal combat rules. No hesitation. Making Solo pay. Roman Reigns won the first tribal combat match. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Tribal Combat SummerSlam 2023. And when Roman Reigns lost to Cody Rhodes, that's a first pinfall loss in 4.5 years. Oh! Roman Reigns was looking for that concerto. And instead of a concerto, Roman receives a low blow. And now a spinning Solo on the steel chairs. Will it be enough as Solo pulls the leg back for the cover, but Reigns just barely kicking out before the 3. Explosiveness that comes from Solo Sikoa is absolutely incredible. Pulling the leg back for the cover, but wasn't enough. You could see the look in Heyman's eyes. He just thought it was all it. He thought it was all over for Roman. But there is still fight left in the OTC. But the question is, how much fight is left in the OTC? And Solo was going to use that steel chair. Solo's got a lot he can use in the playbook here. There's so much more when you have no rules. Tables are legal. It's all legal. It almost provides too many options. There are points where you start to think too much about what you can use. Reigns, drive by. And that drive by takes out Solo. Caught Solo out of nowhere. Reigns still suffering from the damage that Solo has done to him. And Roman Reigns now with the table. Roman Reigns unsure how to react to the support of the WWE Universe. It's new to him. Roman Reigns has never really been cheered before. They always acknowledged him, but the cheers, it's still something for Roman to get used to. And Solo with a kendo stick. Kendo sticks are not pretty, and that the more Solo uses it on Roman, the more marks he's going to leave. Solo looking to leave marks on Roman just as much as he's looking to leave a mark on this industry. And we're seeing a mugging of Roman Reigns right now. A brutal beating of the OTC as Solo tries to scare life into Paul Heyman. And you can hear Solo saying, "Do you understand me?" So, telling Roman to acknowledge me. And Roman trying to fight back, trying to push back. Roman trying to dig deep. Can Roman power out? And he does. Roman's got Solo. Roman powering. And he sends Solo through the table. Roman's going to win this. Roman's going to be the official. Oh, come on. Chad Patton ripped out of the ring by Tama Tonga. Oh, come on. But it's all legal. He is the son of one of the most vindictive, vicious men in WWE and professional wrestling history. I'm talking about the legendary Haku. But wait. Oh my God, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. One of the craziest you'll ever see. Oh, come on, not this way. It can't end this way. And it's all legal because there are no disqualifications. Jacob Fatu trying to help Solo Sikoa. And there it is. And that's going to do it. But Reigns kicks out at 2. And you can see Heyman in the background praying. How in the world did Roman Reigns just kick out? This might as well be a 3-on-1 at this point. If I were Chad Patton, I'd be in fear for my life too. And Solo telling Jacob Fatu to back off from. Oh, instead it's Solo who hits Chad Patton with a Samoan spike. And now nobody's going to count the 1, 2, 3. Great. You can keep Roman Reigns down as long as you want. Roman Reigns, the OTC, has some friends from the OG bloodline. Friends and family. Jimmy and Sammy. Sami Zayn, the honorary Usos here. Jimmy Uso. Big Jim is in the house. Super kick to Solo. And now it's time for Sami Zayn with a Helluva Kick. And Sami Zayn sends Solo right into a spear from Roman. But there's no ref. Will it be enough? Oh, but this time it's Solo who kicks out just before the 3. What's it going to take to keep either of these men down? The ref tried to get down as soon as he could, but just a millisecond short for Reigns. Roman Reigns has that "what do I need to do" look on his face. These two have put each other through hell in this tribal combat match. Up and over they go, taking out the bloodline. And now we're back down to Roman and Solo. This is what the World Wrestling Entertainment is all about. You won't get this anywhere else. Wait, what? What in the world is Kevin Owens doing here? What? Oh! But again, Roman Reigns kicks out. Kevin Owens has so much history with Roman Reigns in the bloodline. Kevin Owens turned on Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes chose to team up with Roman Reigns. No. Wait. We saw Cody Rhodes out early tonight. And there he is. The American Nightmare. As these two will meet in a ladder match in 3 weeks of the Royal Rumble. Sends Rhodes with a Cody cutter. Whether it's wrestling, boots, or dress shoes, Cody can do it best. That's why he's our undisputed WWE champion. There's all kinds of emotions going on right now as Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens fight out into the crowd. And now as Reigns gets back to his feet. Superman punch but gets caught by Solo. Oh. Spear! Roman Reigns is fired up. This place, 17,000 plus sold out. Electric. Down goes Solo. Roman Reigns has defeated Solo Sikoa in tribal combat. There is now no doubt who the true one and only High Chief, the official tribal chief is. Roman Reigns is that guy. The original tribal chief. The OTC doesn't just mean original tribal chief. It now means the only tribal chief. And that man is Roman Reigns, who once again will have the Ulafala bestowed upon him by his wise man, Paul Heyman. Wait a minute. Speaking of somebody who's a high chief, there's The Rock, who has been given the highest power, and that is being the high chief, being a high chief in Samoa. The story was told at the beginning of the night. The Rock was going to keep an eye out on this tribal combat match. Being a high chief, it's The Rock's duty to keep an eye on his family. As The Rock makes his way to the ring. Paul Heyman hands the Ulafala to The Rock. What a stare down between these two. It's all about family. The unbreakable bond by blood. The Roman Empire once again rises to the top as Roman Reigns has that Ulafala in his possession again. What is next for the OTC Roman Reigns? Welcome in, Ray. Do I like Raw on Hulu or Raw on Netflix? I watch Raw on Netflix. I've never watched Raw on Hulu. The ones in the sky for the OTC Roman Reigns. There's CM Punk. The second City Saint. The voice of the voiceless. One of the biggest matches in wrestling history going to happen tonight. CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins. Still so much more to come here in Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Monday Night Raw. For the first time ever, the Royal Rumble heads outside North America as we head to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for the Royal Rumble next January. And this year's Royal Rumble is just in about 3 weeks in Indianapolis, which is presented by Cricket, reliable nationwide 5G, also Intuit TurboTax. Live experts to do your taxes for you. Everybody who's made this possible and join the party here as Raw enters a new era. WWE enters the era of Netflix. It has been an honor to been a part of all of this, to be calling the show here tonight. Superstars, comedian and WWE fanatic Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy, new Netflix special on tomorrow on Netflix. Ashton Kutcher is here, actor and film producer. Michael Che is here. Michael Che, as funny as they come. Rey Mysterio's in the house. And showing off his love and respect for his late great brother, his friend, Eddie Guerrero. Rey Mysterio, one of the all-time greats. And Raw is war because the War Raiders, the World Tag Team Champions, are in the house. Wale's in the house. And you can't be in LA without talking about the megastar, LA Knight. LA Knight from SmackDown is here to celebrate Raw on Netflix in LA. Yeah. And the night just keeps getting bigger and bigger because here comes the 16-time world champion,
know we heard it, but this is the first time in history that Raw is broadcast simultaneously throughout the world. And the one thing different about that is you. Shoot it. Let them know. Over the years, I've learned that you guys are very, very smart. And you understand that your audience just got a whole hell of a lot bigger. Everybody can see you right now. And your energy, your enthusiasm, as The Rock would say, your electricity is felt all around the world. All the way to South Korea, all the way to Brazil, all the way to India. Let them know, Los Angeles. Thank you, Netflix, for allowing the world to finally see the experience of Monday Night Raw. And thank you, Monday Night Raw, for allowing me the honor to stand in a WWE ring in Los Angeles, full jorts for the last time. I could not think of a better place to start the farewell tour than Los Angeles, California. And it is not just your excitement. Hell, I slept in my car when I was working at Gold's Gym Venice. I learned how to wrestle at UPW in Orange County. Y'all, I rented a 2-bedroom at 106 in Doty, and that's like 600 feet from this building. Inglewood is up to no good. Guys, LA is where the prototype was born. LA is where I won my first world championship. And for 25 years, LA has allowed me the opportunity to perform in this ring. And for one last time in the city where dreams are made, I humbly stand before you and say thank you. This is what this year is about. It's about making moments, and there's a lot of noise in here right now, but there's also a lot of noise outside of here. Every day there's a new headline from a new expert on the year ahead. Who am I gonna face at WrestleMania? Who am I gonna face in my last match in December? They're throwing out all kinds of names like Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Logan Paul, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and a whole lot of people are asking when on this farewell tour does John Cena become the history-making, record-breaking, 17-time world champion? I gotta be honest. You guys have always been honest with me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see that happening. Oh. It's okay. It's okay. The reason I don't see it happening is the streak. I'm not talking about Gunther's IC title run or Roman Reigns' 1,300 days. I'm not even talking about The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all get it. I'm talking that it's been 2,446 days since I won my last match. Yeah, let that sink in. That's okay, I'm at peace with it. As a matter of fact, that's why we're doing this. Is that not right, guys? My time is up. Their time is now, huh?
Not yet, John.
No. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be a great year. But I want to say right now, as far as the 17th championship is concerned, it's never going to happen. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. I forgot where I was for a second. This is the WWE. They have some rules. You're supposed to never say never. Okay, so let's move never away and say it would take a miracle. I got a better chance at winning an Oscar, and you guys know that that's, well, you guys know. With a streak like that, I can't just waltz into the main event. With a streak like that, the only way I can get a championship match is to, like, win the Money in the Bank briefcase or survive the Elimination Chamber. Or, I mean, you'd have to win the Royal Rumble.
In Indianapolis.
Okay, wait a minute, crazy idea, but maybe I can win the Royal Rumble. Quick, I know it's a long shot, but just hear me out, okay? It's a lottery ticket, but in the lottery you can't win if you don't play, and I was kind of just gonna show up to the Royal Rumble and do the thing and leave, but I should play, right? I should be in the Rumble. I mean, for me, it's my last Rumble. There is no maybe next year. And I'm up here talking about thank yous. Well, hell, the best way to say thank you to you is win the Royal Rumble and make history at WrestleMania. Right? Elephant in the room, it sounds impossible. But if you know anything about me, nothing's impossible. And the only time we say never around here is when we say never give up. Los Angeles, I do owe you a thank you. Because of you, I'm not just going to the Royal Rumble. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. You want some? Come get some. Over 50,000.
Over 50,000 plus at Lucas Oil Stadium. Gonna see John Cena compete in his final Royal Rumble match as John Cena looks to win the Royal Rumble once again. Logan Paul's now part of Monday Night Raw. The Maverick says he's just beginning. It's time for some gold to be on the line. Whatever you think of Liv Morgan, she has truly shown that she can hang. Liv Morgan had an incredible year in 2024. Winning the title back in Saudi Arabia at the King and Queen of the Ring premium live event. And then winning the Crown Jewel Championship, knocking off Nia Jax. Liv Morgan, whatever, you may hate her, but she works. She works hard to prove that she is the best. And Liv Morgan defends her Women's World Championship against the Eradicator Rhea Ripley live, and it's coming up next on Netflix. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw on Netflix. It has been an incredible night here in Los Angeles, California. We're here at the sold-out Intuit Dome, 17,000 plus in attendance, sponsored by Goodyear, 100 years of service. Now you can experience some of the biggest moments in WWE history now with Topps Now. WWE exclusively on Topps.com. You can scan that QR code at the bottom of the screen to reveal some of the biggest moments in WWE history with tops. As we are in Hollywood, here we've got Seth Green in the house, actor. Macaulay Culkin's in the house. I can tell you what. Everybody's here. O'Shea Jackson Jr. is in the house. Has the WWE Custom Lakers Championship. And Danielle Fishel is here as well. And we are all here because of the great WWE superstars who have paved the way, much like these two that have paved the way. The women's tag team champions, Naomi and Bianca Belair. And there's WWE Hall of Famer X-Pac. The United States champions in the house, Shinsuke Nakamura. This Friday, Shinsuke defends against LA Knight, X-Pac. But as we get back to the ring, Liv Morgan has a smile on her face. She's not afraid at all. Longest reign in women's world title history since 2016. 379 days is Rhea Ripley. Bayley at 379. And Liv Morgan at 260. And speaking of Rhea Ripley, here she is, the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley. And when you look at what it means to be a WWE superstar, Rhea Ripley is what it means. She personifies what it means to be a WWE superstar inside and outside of the ring. The aura she has. Every time she comes out to the ring, the crowd goes electric for their mommy, Rhea Ripley. Her only pinfall loss in 2024 was versus Liv Morgan at SummerSlam. Only 2 losses since May of 2022, and both have been to Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley has since been assaulted by Liv Morgan. It's just been the mind games time and time again. But does Rhea Ripley have a trick up her sleeve this time to win back the gold that she feels she was screwed out of? The title she never truly lost in the first place. The title she was forced to relinquish. Since May of 2022, suffered 2 losses. Our current women's world champion, Liv Morgan, all over Dominic Mysterio, who is Rhea Ripley's ex. This match is all about the world championship, that women's world championship being held up by the official. Let's talk about how this match kind of came to be about. It was when Rhea Ripley had her injured shoulder at the hands of Liv Morgan. And Rhea Ripley had no choice but to relinquish her championship. This was just following Rhea Ripley's successful title defense at WrestleMania against Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch would go on to become the women's world champion and then would lose the title to Liv Morgan at the King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event in Riyadh. And Rhea Ripley showing early power and control over Liv, but a cannonball from Rhea taking out Raquel Rodriguez. You got to take the oddballs out. You got to take all the factors out of the equation. There are disqualifications, there are countouts. So Rhea Ripley has to be careful. Dominic has to be careful. Although Rhea Ripley showing that brute strength as she power bombs Liv Morgan right onto her announce desk. As this match continues, will Rhea Ripley regain her women's world championship? And Liv Morgan dominating this match now. As Morgan stomping away on Rhea Ripley in the corner. Thanks to Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan was able to take control. And there's no surprise to it. Time and time again, we've seen how Raquel Rodriguez and Dominic Mysterio get involved in Liv Morgan's matches. But that doesn't take anything away from Liv Morgan's accomplishments. Extremely talented in the ring, whether you like her, whether you hate her. I can tell you one thing for sure and for certain, she doesn't give people many reasons to want to like her. And I don't know if she wants anybody to like her, except for Dirty Dominic Mysterio and the rest of the Judgment Day. And Liv Morgan taking full enjoyment on this attack of the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley. That sinister smile on the face of Liv Morgan as she continues to beat down Rhea Ripley. And again to the back of Rhea Ripley. What is Rhea Ripley going to have to do to overcome the odds? That's the big question. Every time, it seems Rhea Ripley always gets taken down by Liv. But now here comes Rhea Ripley starting to pick up some momentum. Face first goes Liv into the mat. Oh, what a sliding knee to the face. Almost like a shining wizard to Liv Morgan. What in the world does Rhea Ripley have in store for Liv Morgan? Powering Liv up. Look at this. The raw power of the Eradicator takes down Liv Morgan. Oh, Liv Morgan sidesteps Rhea Ripley. Was coming in full speed at Liv, but able to stop herself before she could do any harm to herself. Liv was looking for a roll-up, but Rhea looking to counter. Boom. And a suplex. Looking to win the championship. But Liv Morgan able to get the shoulder up at 2. Let's get another look at this. Half and half suplex from Rhea Ripley to Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan was able to get the shoulder up before the 3. It has been a historic night here in Los Angeles, California, as Raw has been premiering on Netflix since the 8 o'clock hour. And Rhea Ripley was looking to take out Liv once and for all, but a backstabber from Liv Morgan. Rhea was looking for that riptide, but instead Liv was able to counter. You know, instead of a riptide, there's a tornado. And that's a tornado DDT for the cover, but Rhea Ripley able to kick out at 2. And now you're starting to see that frustration set in Liv Morgan. How much can one take mentally? It's a lot. It's a big mental game. But Rhea Ripley trying to pull herself back up. Liv Morgan trying to keep her calm, trying to keep her focus, measuring up Rhea for the oblivion. But a headbutt from Rhea and Zagiri. But Rhea still up on her feet. Oh, ducks under. Wait, look at this. Looking for a riptide that connects. Will it be enough? Oh, come on. Oh my, that was close. And Rhea Ripley cannot believe it. Rhea Ripley can't even believe it. Dominic sliding in the title. Oh, they're not this way. Oblivion on the chair. Not this way. The ref never saw any of it. Oh! But Rhea able to kick out just before the 3. Can you imagine if that's how Liv Morgan won? If that's how she's done it time and time again throughout her title reign. And now Liv Morgan has to go back to the drawing board. Dom's got involved. Raquel's got involved. The chairs got involved. It seems that, oh, this is the Three Amigos, made famous by the late, great Eddie Guerrero. She's not doing this out of respect. She's doing this to mock the legacy, much like Dominic Mysterio has done. As Liv Morgan heads up to the top, the mockery continues as they both mock an all-time great. Liv up at the top. And there's the frog splash. Takes out Rhea. Will it be enough? And again, it's Ripley who's able to kick out at 2. Dom thought it was it. Liv, the frustration, the more it sets in, the more it's going to take her off her game. And then it could become Rhea's chance to strike. But that depends if there's enough fight for Rhea Ripley to push through to create the mind games in Liv Morgan. Again, Liv was looking for an oblivion, but Rhea holds on to that top rope. And Rhea smiles and just nails Liv Morgan, sending her into the mat. Looking for one more Riptide. And the message looking to be sent. There's one. And there's another. There's another. Rhea Ripley is your new Women's World Champion. The title that Rhea never lost is once again officially in her hands. Rhea Ripley overcoming the odds of Raquel and Dominic. Dominic's trying to sneak up behind Rhea. What is Dominic trying to do? Dominic's proving to be a gold digger. Just as we thought he was. Now that she's the champ, Dominic wants her back, huh? Not surprising. Only a scumbag like Dominic Mysterio would do that. Oh, I don't know what he was expecting. And a Riptide for Dirty Dom. Dirty dirtbag Dominic Mysterio got what he deserved as Rhea Ripley steps over Dominic, sending that message that that part of her life is over. And once again, Rhea Ripley can call herself the Women's World Champion. Rhea Ripley is once again the Women's World Champion. Congratulations to the new Women's World Champion, Rhea Bloody Ripley. And Rhea with the punt to the family jewels of Dominic Mysterio. As Rhea holds that title high and proud at the entranceway. And once again, Mommy is on top. Oh! Couldn't have this night without The Undertaker. There's one badass to another. We go from Rhea Ripley to this American badass, The Undertaker. The Hall of Famer. The Undertaker, one of the all-time greats. This night has just been full of all-time greats. From The Rock to John Cena to The Undertaker. Undertaker, as badass as they come. Talk about a pose. A picture that speaks 1,000 words. A moment Rhea Ripley will never forget. WWE Superstars still continuing to celebrate this night. The way that Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods have just changed completely. Monday Night Raw returning to Madison Square Garden. We're going to New York, on Monday, March 10th. Tickets on sale now. Well, packages are available now. Priority pass on location. Go to onlocationexp.com/WWE. We're heading back to the world's most famous arena, New York City, New York. Main event, Jey Uso. Still to come. As he's ready to yeet through Drew McIntyre. Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre go face to face, 1-on-1. McIntyre's absolutely had it. All right, we'll be back after commercial break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live Monday Night Raw here on Netflix. It's just so crazy every time I say it. Netflix. Who would have thought? 30 years on cable. Monday Night Raw making history here tonight. Switching over to streaming, being on Netflix. Following Monday Night Raw, the post show on Netflix and YouTube. Oh, The Rock is going to be at NXT tomorrow night. Tomorrow, live, tomorrow night at the Shrine here in Los Angeles. The Rock will be at NXT. But here tonight, we are at the Intuit Dome here for Monday Night Raw. Bill Simmons in the house. We've got the Netflix executives that have made this possible. Thanks to them, we are able to do this here tonight. Vanessa Hudgens, a massive WWE fan, is in the house. Tick, Tick, Boom, available on Netflix. One thing about the WWE Universe is we're all in this together. And speaking of that, here is the legendary Michelle McCool. Io Sky and Dakota Kai of Damage Control. Lyra Valkyria will be in the finals of the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament against Dakota Kai. And that is next Monday, the second episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. It doesn't seem that the fun does not seem to be slowing down. History is going to continue to be made. Look who's in the house. Rapper, singer, producer, 10-time. Performing the new Monday Night Raw theme. Travis Scott. Oh, what an entrance for main event Jey Uso. It's time to yeet across Los Angeles. Hey, 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 hey. We're yeeting here in Los Angeles. You gotta get hyped. Jey Uso sure knows how to light up a crowd. 17,000 fans here in the sold out Intuit Dome are getting hyped up for main event Jey Uso. What a night. And it just keeps on giving. The night that just keeps on giving here on Netflix. Absolutely incredible night. And Travis Scott coming to the ring with main event Jey Uso. We have all the biggest stars in Hollywood in the house, but why wouldn't we? We're in the heat of Los Angeles. There is just nothing like the WWE. Everybody loves it. And you know what? It's coming up next. We'll be back. Main event, Jey Uso will take on the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Let's remind everybody that New Year's Evil live tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on the CW. at the Shrine. Tickets are still available. New Year's Evil. But tonight, we're here for the premiere of Monday Night Raw on Netflix here at the sold-out Intuit Dome, 17,000 plus in attendance right now. Main event, Jey Uso is in the ring as he awaits his opponent, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Let's take a look at this. Raw, 20-plus televised wins in 2024. Bianca Belair, 29. Braun Breaker, 24. Damian Priest, 23. Pete Dunne, 22. Jey Uso's up there, 21. There's official Eddie Orengo. Eddie Orengo has the ref cam for this match. It was a couple years ago at the Clash at the Castle premium live event where Drew McIntyre was trying to become the undisputed world champion. Oh, Jey Uso not wasting any time going after Drew McIntyre with a suicide dive to the outside of the ring. As I was saying, McIntyre is upset about being cost the title in his home area, that anybody who was associated with the bloodline would face his wrath. Here we are 2 years later, a little over 2 years later, and McIntyre has not stopped thinking about what the bloodline cost him. Can you imagine how much different things would be if it had been Drew McIntyre who had defeated Roman Reigns? And it's interesting. Okay, now the bell rings. Drew's looking for that Claymore. Jey with an enziguri. It's interesting to see how things have shifted over time. It was hard to believe that when Cody Rhodes had Jey Uso, traded to Raw, what Jey Uso was going to be like. We didn't know what we were going to get. What we did know is that Jey Uso didn't want any association with the bloodline. And Jey Uso tried to show Drew McIntyre, hey, I've changed. But Drew McIntyre wouldn't buy it. That vendetta, that anger that Drew McIntyre has for the bloodline was just too much. He didn't want to deal with it. He didn't want anything to do with any part of the bloodline, whether they are current or former member of the bloodline. But right now, Jey Uso has been his own man, including being a former Intercontinental Champion. Who would have thought that a twin, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, regarded as one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Who would have thought that main event Jey Uso would go on to build his own story, go on to make his own wave, and not just a yeet wave, not just the yeets, but by becoming the Intercontinental Champion, a title that is so near and dear to his heart because of what it means to his family's history. Right now, Drew McIntyre is beating down on main event Jey Uso. Oh, wait, Jey trying to counter. And a sit-out power bomb counter by main event Jey Uso. Both men are down. Is Jey Uso going to be able to capitalize? That took a lot out of Jey Uso to take out the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. I'd say Drew McIntyre is a Scottish warrior, but what we've seen from Drew McIntyre the past year, he is nothing short of a psychopath. And McIntyre trying to block, but Jey is rallying. Jey starting to get jiggy with it. Boom, what a shot to the face of McIntyre. Enziguri comes in hot by main event Jey Uso. You got to hit him with your best shot because this match is going to be full of hatred from McIntyre. Backing it up in the corner is Jey to McIntyre. Heading up high. High risk, high reward. Up at the top. High cross body. But McIntyre kicks at it too. And I don't know how much he got of that crossbody. It didn't seem to be a full, clean crossbody. But it was enough to be effective. To be a bit effective. McIntyre with a neck breaker. And McIntyre goes down. But he kips back up to his feet. And now that McIntyre's back up to his feet. Look at that sinister look. The evil look in his eyes. It's a new year. It's a new evil for Drew McIntyre. Whatever he has in store for 2025, it's not going to be good. At least for the rest of the WWE roster. Drew was looking for the Claymore. Jey responded with a super kick instead. And McIntyre able to kick out in time. Where does McIntyre go from here with a loss to Jey? That is, if McIntyre loses to Jey Uso. But it is not over. There is still fight that is fueled by the hatred of the bloodline and everything that it stands for, everything that Jey Uso stands for. Looking for that Uso splash, but McIntyre able to get the knees up on main event Jey Uso. McIntyre. Spine buster. And now a jackknife cover will be enough. Jey kicks at it too. And now it's McIntyre. Sit out power bomb. Will it be enough for the win? But no, Jey again able to get that shoulder up. Time after time, it's Jey kicking out. It's starting to seem like Drew's showing a little bit of frustration in his face. But then changes it to like this sinister, almost like a sinister smile, a smirk. But is it a smirk of frustration or is it a smirk of, I know what my next move is going to be? And now, McIntyre stalks his prey. How much is left of main event Jey Uso? What is left of the Yeet Master? McIntyre nails Jey with a right. Oh, but Jey blocks and comes back with a shot of his own. Jey coming back with one of his own as these two go tit for tat. These two starting to pick up the pace. It's almost like they're firing each other up with every hit. McIntyre looking for a future shock DDT, but main event Jey Uso was trying to look for. Boom! McIntyre gets the future shock. Will it be? And Jey Uso just barely. It's almost like his body convulsed for him to get that shoulder up. And Jey Uso, from celebrating to the ring, from hyping up the crowd with Travis Scott down to the ring, to being nailed with a future shock. The future might not be looking bright for main event Jey Uso as McIntyre is measuring his man. Claymore, but a spear! Instead, Jey Uso delivers a wicked spear. Oh, but McIntyre survives. He kicks out, gets the shoulder up. Jey Uso perhaps wondering, what do I have to do to keep out this psychopath that is Drew McIntyre? What's it going to take? The whole world now gets to watch WWE through Netflix. Netflix has made WWE larger than life. WWE has always been filled with larger than life WWE superstars, but now WWE has become larger than life since coming to Netflix, and you get to see these two superstars, main event Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre, go at it, but McIntyre gets the knee up as Jey was looking for a spear. Jey gets a super kick. Ducks. Claymore! And the Claymore connects. That's going to be all for main event. No, it is not. Main event Jey Uso gets that shoulder up. That was just before the 3. That's the ultimate frustration in the mind of Drew McIntyre. McIntyre just hit main event Jey Uso with his biggest shot, and it wasn't enough to keep down main event Jey Uso for the 3. What's next? Where do you go from here? What can you do at this point? I guess go for another Claymore? As McIntyre just looking to beat the life out of main event Jey Uso, it almost seems like he's letting the frustration cloud the mind and not being fully focused on a strategic attack. McIntyre moving Jey Uso in the corner. We're now going for chops on main event Jey Uso. Oh, and a Glasgow kiss. Perhaps looking to seal the deal. McIntyre just saying one more. Looking for that one final shot. One Claymore. And it could all blow up in flames for main event Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso. He just collapsed. Jey just collapsed. McIntyre couldn't hit the Claymore because Jey collapsed. And McIntyre just smiling, pleased by the damage that he's caused to main event Jey Uso. McIntyre saying one kill shot and it's all over. Will it be over? Went for the Claymore. Wait, look at this. Oh! And Jey picks up the win. A crucifix for the win. Jey playing a little possum there, suckering in Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre played and got played. Jey Uso outsmarting Drew McIntyre. The Monkey Boy 123, welcome on in to the channel. I am doing well. I'm still I don't know if you can hear it. I'm still recovering from a little bit of a cold. Thank you for tuning in tonight. How are you? I hope you're enjoying Monday Night Raw. I do apologize that I didn't see it right away. I record my commentary matches. All the matches I always record the commentary for. So I wait till after the recording is done to respond. Mm. Well, for the last year, these two have been going at it verbally, and now it's time to go at it physically. CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins in our main event are going to finally collide. Ladies and gentlemen, we are only 103 days away from WrestleMania 41. That's so crazy to think. It feels like just yesterday, the American Nightmare defeated Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Championship. And now you can get your special packages on sale, which are on sale now. Las Vegas, New York, or Las Vegas, Nevada, on location, exp.com/WrestleMania. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. 100 years of the Goodyear blimp. We are in Hollywood, which means the celebrities are out in the night. Among those celebrating with us here on Netflix, Tiffany Haddish is in the house. Stephen Amell's in the house. Longtime friend of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And here's the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker. And the brand new WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. A Hall of Famer. She paved the way for women. Nikki Bella in the house. The Hulkamaniacs are running wild, brother. With Jimmy Hart, Hulk Hogan is here. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan has been a staple of WWE for quite some time. Without Hulk Hogan, without the Hulkamania, there is no WWE today as we know it. Hulk Hogan paved the way for what it means to be a WWE superstar. Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer is now an official partner of the WWE. Things are about to get real, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next Monday on Raw, Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria compete in the finals of the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament. We will finally crown a Women's Intercontinental Champion. And Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. It's going to be fight night in San Jose for the second edition of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Chad Gable is going to face a luchador. He wants a luchador, the best that Adam Pearce can find. I can only imagine who Adam Pearce has found. And things are going to get a little extreme as we head to the streets. A street fight between Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Former friends, brothers, and now foes. There's the great Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon's leadership here in the WWE over the years has helped shape WWE to what it has become today. Perhaps we wouldn't be here without her. Did you hear that? It's burning. Time to burn it down. That means it's main event time. All right. Seth freaking Rollins, a revolutionary. He's a visionary. He is a revolutionary. Oh my, the decibel levels. 100 decibels. Seth freaking Rollins and CM Punk are going to go at it next on Monday Night Raw. We are back. Live Monday Night Raw. WWE Raw post show will be live on Netflix and YouTube. So head over to YouTube. Wade Barrett and Big E with exclusive press conferences and more. Highest grossing arena event in WWE history. WWE is just full of record-setting events. And I'm honored to be a part of it. What a match we are about to witness between Seth freaking Rollins and the man who is about to make his way to the ring. And as this match is about to get underway, there is just so much rich history between these two WWE superstars. It goes all the way back 20 years ago. Rollins got into CM Punk's training center. Couldn't afford it, so he went home. And Rollins would have to redefine himself. He would travel the world, make his name, make his mark on the indies, much like CM Punk did in the early years of his professional wrestling career. These are two men who did not have an easy path to the WWE, but both men have thrived since making it here to the biggest stage you can possibly make it to. When CM Punk returned at Survivor Series in 2023, the face of Rollins said it all. Rollins was not pleased, and here we go. This is exactly how I thought this would start, with these two slugging it out. Perhaps one of the biggest matches in the history of this sport is CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins on Monday Night Raw. CM Punk sends Rollins to the outside onto the floor. Up and over. CM Punk crashes and burns onto the floor. Rollins with a suicide dive. Oh my. Almost went right through the barricade. That was rough. And now Rollins going to rip apart the announce desk. Rollins now arguing with the ref. Rob Zapata telling Rollins he needs to get back in the ring. He doesn't want to be put in that situation as a ref where he has to, end this match via count out. This match has been years in the making. From when CM Punk and Rollins would briefly meet in NXT to when CM Punk would bring in Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose in as the Shield, only for the Shield to realize they could survive and do it on their own and turn their backs on Punk. Punk would choose to express what he felt, where he would go on a different journey outside of WWE. Rollins would stay, and he said how previous ownership chose Rollins over Punk, and Punk needed to go somewhere else. But now that Punk is back, Punk and Rollins finally are able to get their hands on each other. There are so many emotions going into this match. Throughout the years, they've crossed paths. And now they finally go at it here on Monday Night Raw. Punk moves out of harm's way looking for a GTS. Rollins had gone for a stomp, but Punk ducked. And then Punk was looking for a GTS, but now Rollins is fighting out of it, breaking Punk down to the mat. Rollins just could not believe that CM Punk made it back to the WWE. And just Rollins didn't want to believe it. I mean, a man who said a lot of things about the WWE, but people change. And CM Punk, since returning, has proven to be a big player here. From his matches with Drew McIntyre last year to perhaps what we're going to see this year, with this perhaps just being the beginning of him and Seth freaking Rollins. Who knows what's next for these two? It all depends on how this goes. This match has been full of Rollins arguing with ref Rob Zapata. Rollins could get himself disqualified. Oh, man! Right into the face of Rollins with a big boot. That was rough. Rollins wasted too much time arguing with the official. I mean, what can you say? That was all Rollins. And then draping Rollins over that top rope. That's going to knock the wind out of the Visionary. CM Punk taking Rollins up to the top. What is Punk thinking? A swinging neck breaker off the top. Rollins hurt. Punk may have taken some effects of that as well. Who's going to get the upper hand? We are back live on Monday Night Raw. Rollins, Punk, foes. Punk and Rollins have been waiting to get their hands on each other for so long. It's been so long since the last time these two have gone one-on-one, about a little over 11 years since these two have gone one-on-one against each other. And a lot has changed, and a lot more hatred, a lot of different conflict has come up since then, a different vendetta to have purpose to wish to fight each other. Punk had a bit of a rough start to 2024 with a torn tricep at the hands of Drew McIntyre. Fortunately for Punk, he was back just in time for the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam, where he would start one of the greatest trilogies in WWE history against Drew McIntyre, which would see Rollins serve as the special guest referee. And Punk getting involved with Rollins would end up being what would give McIntyre the win in that match. And for Rollins has been, holding that neck, and Punk's been going after it. It was made aware by Nakamura, the current United States champion Shinsuke Nakamura, that Seth freaking Rollins, he has an injured neck, and Punk's going to use that to his advantage. Punk knows the game better than anybody else. There's a reason they call him the best in the world. He's going to use his opponent's weakness and make it his strength. That's what CM Punk is all about. CM Punk now going to take his time with Seth freaking Rollins, but don't take too much time. There's a reason Rollins is a multi-time world champion. Punk heading up to the top. High cross body. Rollins rolls through, catches Punk. Uh-oh. Rollins has Punk right where he wants him. Rollins picking up Punk. Go to sleep. Rollins using Punk's own finishing move against him, but Punk rolls to the outside onto the floor. And now it's going to be up to Rollins to find a way to capitalize. But it seems that did some damage to the knee of Rollins in the process. Punk actually might be asleep. And Punk can't be pinned out there. So Rollins is going to have to find a way to lift the dead weight of Punk and get him back into the ring. Is Rollins going to be able to fully capitalize on this? It seems Rollins did some damage to his knee. Going into WrestleMania this year, Rollins was dealing with a knee injury and then took some time off. What condition is Rollins' knee in now? Rollins saying, I built all of this. Rollins had a lot of time to make a name for himself while CM Punk was away. I don't know if that's 100%. Oh, Punk just nailed Rollins with a stomp. Can you imagine? Oh, Rollins able to kick out. Can you imagine if CM Punk defeated Rollins with Rollins' own move, the stomp? The frustration that would go on in the mind of Rollins would be absolute insane. I'm just struggling to come up with the words to describe the insanity that would go on in the mind of Seth freaking Rollins if that were the case. But that is not the case, and CM Punk has got something going on in mind. What is Punk thinking? Seth is up, looking for the GTS, but Rollins catches the leg of Punk. Rollins with a GTS to Punk. Into the cover. Oh, and now this time it's Punk who kicks out. Punk not going to go down to his own move. Much like Rollins wasn't going to go down to his own move. We're witnessing what these two are willing to inflict on the other to finally prove who is the better professional wrestler, settle the score once and for all. Looking for the stomp. Punk rolled out of harm's way and rolled to the outside onto the floor. That was wise by Punk. Veteran instincts by the Second City Saint. Rollins just drove CM Punk head first onto the announce desk. Rollins saying you have nowhere to hide this time. Oh no. Punk has Rollins up. Rollins trying to fight out. No. Rollins pedigree to CM Punk on an announce desk. But Rollins hurt his knee. Rollins hurt his knee earlier, and then to make things worse, he smashed his knee. Punk into the ring. And another pedigree to finish this off. That's got to do it. Oh! But Punk survives again. 2 pedigrees. One on the desk and one in the center of the ring. And it still wasn't enough to keep CM Punk down. The doubt that's starting to spool in the mind of the visionary Seth freaking Rollins. All that doubt. What is it going to take to keep CM Punk down? Rollins might literally have to kill CM Punk to keep him down. These two are on their knees, and they go to the center of the ring as these two trade slaps. These two are spent. They've been through it. Punk back to his feet. Now Rollins back to his feet as these two trade blows. Going back and forth. Who's going to gain the upper hand? Discus forearm. Rollins was looking for a neck breaker, but CM Punk with a roundhouse kick. Rollins is stunned in the corner. Went for that running knee, but Rollins intercepted Punk. Looking for the buckle bomb, and it connects. And the stomp by Rollins. Seth Rollins. Oh, but CM Punk. Great ring awareness by CM Punk, realizing how close he was to the bottom rope. Able to get his foot first. This buckle bomb. Let's take a look at this in slow motion. And then the stomp by Rollins. And CM Punk had great ring awareness. That's what it came down to in that moment where CM Punk was able to kick out. These are two of the toughest in professional wrestling. Who is going to outbest the other? Who is going to pull that last trick in the bag? Who is going to finish this historic evening out on top? Will it be the Second City Saint CM Punk, or will it be the visionary Seth freaking Rollins? Right now, it's looking a bit gray for CM Punk, who is spent. But CM Punk slapping Rollins off the ring apron after Rollins perching Punk up on the top. Rollins, you can hear his frustrations. And he heads up to the top. Rollins scales up. Superplex. Oh, was looking for the Falcon Air, but instead a GTS from Punk. Rollins is out and just so happens to land on Punk. Trying to lift up Rollins. And he does. And another go to sleep. And Rollins collapses. CM Punk has defeated Seth freaking Rollins. What a match between these two. Absolutely incredible. What a night. What a match to close out the show. History made throughout the night. CM Punk showing Seth freaking Rollins and showing everybody, the millions, the hundreds of millions around the world. It's for everybody to watch on around the world on Netflix now. Why he is the best in the world. These two are beaten and battered. But at the end of the night, it is CM Punk who was on his feet with his hands raised as CM Punk stands tall. Thank you, everybody around the world, for tuning in to this historic night on Monday Night Raw, premiering on Netflix. We will see you all next week for Monday Night Raw. What a night. What a night, everybody. I'm just getting the last of these sorry guys, give me 1 second. All right. All right, that's it for tonight's stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you for the 2 new subscriptions, by the way. I appreciate each and every single one of you for all the love and support. We are at 135 subscribers. What a way to kick off Raw on Netflix. A tough loss for Seth freaking Rollins. But anyways, thank you guys for all the love and support. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I am back to streaming. I think this time for good. I mean, there will be times where I'll have to take breaks here and there. But thank you guys for just bearing with me. You know, I've been posting videos every single day still on the YouTube channel. Doing my best I can. Doing the best I can with everything I've got going on. Thank you guys for your understanding from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And I will see you all in the next one.